Cory Bayle was adopted, and it wasn't until his adoptive mom started looking into her own background that Cory even considered taking a DNA test. And when he started looking, he uncovered some unconventional things. One thing included a romantic fling at a circus. You don't hear that every day. Take a look, take a look.
I was born March 26th of 1972 in Fort Worth, Texas. I've known all my life that I was adopted. The adoption was closed, so I knew growing up I would never meet my biological parents, and I was fine with that. During COVID, my mother was putting together her family tree. She would start to tell me they came over from Ireland, but it started clicking with me. I was like, but it's not where I'm from. You know, where do I come from? So for Christmas of 21, I decided to buy myself a DNA test. I got my results back in February of the following year. The following day, I get an email from an uncle that I was matched with. He says, "Hi, Cory, I'm your uncle. You know, I was there when you were born. I have contacted your birth mother. Here's her name and here's her email address. She would love to talk to you." For my 50th birthday, I went to Fort Worth, and when they opened the door and she walked in, you know, touching her and holding her for the first time and seeing her in person, it was just a feeling I never knew that I was missing. I didn't have any DNA matches with my father's side. They directed me to Search Angels, a nonprofit organization that helps you find birth relatives. So when my Search Angel took over my case, she was like, "This is the family you're related to." But I didn't have a high enough matches on the paternal side for her to say, "This is the man." My case was put on hold. I was hopeful that someday I would get a match high enough in the family that she could connect me with who the father is. January of this year, I got a match, and my life changed after that.
Wow. Cory Bayle. Bailey is in the studio with us. First of all, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
I
having
mean, we're live, and I could tell you were getting, you know, a little emotional in the video because this is an interesting feeling. You were on the fence like me. Why were you on the fence about learning more?
Because I've grown up, you know, knowing that I'm adopted.
Yeah.
And
Pat and Judy adopted you.
Correct.
We have a picture of
Correct.
you when you were a baby with your parents who raised you.
Right.
Look how good, that's gorgeous. Look at that family.
There we go.
But so you knew that you grew up in a home.
And being a closed adoption in Texas, I just lived with, there would be no way that I would ever, you know, meet my parents.
Yeah.
Never know who they were.
So the Search Angel started on your case. You received a message, as you pointed out, in January. They found a first cousin on your birth father's side.
Correct.
That's the first piece of the puzzle. How did you feel at that point?
I was excited because I could finally, you know who the father was, because I've already met my birth mother. Mm-hmm. And that's what led to what's about to happen.
So your biological father is backstage right now, and I made sure with my team multiple times that we okayed this with you and with him because it's emotional.
Yes.
I was raised by the father God meant for me to have, which is my stepfather, and so I get the dynamic here of not seeing someone in person. He called you for the first time March 10th, and you actually missed his call, but he left you a voicemail. Let's play it.
Hello, Cory Bayle. This is Mike Kunicki in Boston. I believe, there's no believing, I am your biological father. It's been a heck of a week. I found out for the first time on Monday. I had no idea. Anyways, we're all excited to meet with you and talk with you, so I'm awkward. I don't know exactly what to say. Call me, I'll call you back. Call me as soon as you hear this message, if you like. Okay, very, very excited to meet you.
Here you go. There you go. So that was the message. When you heard it, where were you?
I was at home, and I heard it. The funny thing about the voicemail is because I live in Texas. He's obviously from Boston, and our accents are completely different. That's what threw me off, and I was like, I mean, I already knew he was from Boston, from the Search Angel, Lori, and I was just overwhelmed because I got to hear his voice for the first time.
You heard his voice for the first time, and you got on the call. You were able to talk, and on the first call, Michael revealed that he's a comedian.
Yes.
And that he ran away to the circus. And that's where he met your birth mom, Diane. I mean, like you talk about a movie script.
You can't write it.
You can't write it. It's like, hey, son, it's me. Hi, Dad. So tell me about yourself. Well, I was a comedian, and guess what? I ran away to the circus. I mean, that's every kid's dream.
I know.
Right? You're
I
like,
know.
your dad ran away to the circus.
Yes. Yes.
And then you got to talk a bit more, but you still have not seen each other in person.
No, we haven't even video chatted or anything.
Nothing.
I've never seen. My half sister, she has sent me a video that he was in, and he waved, so I've seen him live, but that's it.
Wow. When we come back, Cory planned to meet his father, Michael, in July, but since he was coming on the show, they both agreed to meet here with the Tam Fam live. We'll be right back. Incredible audience here, and this is actually an incredible show, to be honest with you. The Historical Society of Pennsylvania reached out to my team to see if I was interested in tracing my family's roots. The team decided that I had to do it, I had no choice. And so I said, well, let's build the whole show around people who are on this journey of finding who they are related to. And after a closed adoption 52 years ago, our guest, Cory, had no idea who his birth parents were. His story stood out to us for a few reasons. He didn't want to learn about his past necessarily. He was, living his life. He knew he had an adoption. And when he started digging, he found out that his parents met at a circus. He discovered the identity of his birth father this year. They've only spoken on the phone. I am stumbling over my words because I am truly nervous about this in a good way. Because his family is everything. When I call our audience Tam Fam, I don't use that word lightly. So to learn the identity of your biological father and then agree to meet that person is a big thing, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you so much for being here with us to do it. So Michael is your birth father. He's standing by. You have a sister. Michael has a daughter, and she's in our studio as well. Your half-sister is here. And thank you so much for coming to support them on this journey as well. Okay. All right, so let's bring him out. He is standing by behind our doors. Would you like to say, Dad, come on out?
Dad, come on out.
Oh, so sweet. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, your son's taller than you.
Yes, he is. I'm proud of that.
Oh, look at that. Have a seat, sir. How are you?
Great, great.
What a journey.
That's everybody else can understand. It's quite something.
It is quite something.
To learn that 52 years. Wow. 52 years, wow.
52 years. We actually have a photo of both of you when you were babies.
Oh, wow.
And look at that. And it's just adorable to see you now in person. I feel like I should just close my mouth and let you talk. How does this feel?
Well, I guess it feels a little stunning. Yeah. It's not an everyday occurrence.
Because I knew someone was out there. He didn't. So that's what's...
Yeah, you did. That's right. Thank you.
I had no idea until about... about a month ago, maybe?
March the 10th?
I had absolutely no idea.
You know.
Yeah, 52 years, no idea.
So you met Diane at the circus?
Yes.
What were you doing at the circus? Clearly something, but outside of that.
I was being mischievous.
You're being mischievous. So you really ran away to the circus?
Yeah. And we in Dallas, and, just... teenage kids.
Right.
Teenage kids, and and I never thought anything about it. And 52 years ago, my youth came to call.
Yeah, right.
Cory, you are still in touch with Diane, your birth mom.
Correct.
So the puzzle in so many ways is complete.
It's complete.
Here.
I know my story.
You know your story.
Yes.
And gosh, I mean, what is that? Because again, you were not searching, but now that it's found you, how does that feel?
Complete.
Yeah.
I mean, I was complete before, but I didn't know I wasn't complete until I've met both of them. And
I would have just liked to have known when he was a baby. It would have been different. I could teach him how to play baseball, you know?
Because I'm not a baseball player.
I was going to say, there's still plenty of time. Because that's the thing. It's like, where do you... I know you've talked on the phone, and you've gotten to know each other a little bit, but physically seeing one another, being able to touch someone's skin, to look in their eyes, to look at his hair and say, okay, is his hair like mine? His brows are like mine, like his nose. I mean, you're now able...
When you look at the features, you're looking at the... Try to get the similarities, you know, the traits. You can see it.
I can see it.
You have similar gesturing already. The way you nod is very... That's so interesting.
Well, our professions are a lot alike, because I'm in...
You're in TV.
I'm in TV. He's comedian and...
I've done some TV. I've done TV commercials.
That's amazing that you would both be in the entertainment TV business.
I was in showbiz all my life.
Showbiz, all your life.
Yeah.
Are you funny?
No. Some nights I am.
Some nights you are. This is phenomenal. Well, I hope that you're able to spend time together.
Absolutely,
you know, it's not about what you can recreate. It's what you can create now together.
Exactly. And now that I'm older, I'm 72.
Oh, you look good.
So, you know, here in my golden age, I have, you know, something to be looking forward to. You know, I got a new buddy.
You got a new buddy to hang out with. Okay. But the only problem I see here, there's only one problem.
What's that?
Boston Red Sox, Texas Rangers.
I've been to both stadiums, okay? I used to work at Fenway Park, actually.
Yes.
Oh, so you can talk about that, and then you'll become a Texas fan. Okay, I got you.
Texas. I love Texas.
I love you. Well, thank you. What a great guy. Thank you, Cory and Michael.